Welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. If you're new here, welcome. If not, thank you for coming back. Today I'm just doing a real quick video for you. I'm doing the hashtag souping with friends with Modern Homestead Alaska. So with Jessica. So if y'all want to, just follow along. This is going to be real quick and simple. I will have the recipe linked in the description. It is going to be sausage tortellini soup. We are getting prepared for the cool weather that is about to hit us. Right now we're still at about 80 degrees during the day. We should be getting some rain either the day before Halloween or Halloween day that will bring mid 30 degree temps. I know a lot of our northern states are already having the freezing, but right now we're still in mid 80s up in the middle of the day. So, but in preparation for this, I do work during the week and I want to have some meals prepared so I can take to work with me. So I am doing this tortellini soup. This is something that everyone can have in their pantry. If there is, like for us, our area shuts down completely when we have snow and ice, except for where I work. I have to work if there's snow and ice. But things that you can have in your pantry to make sure you can have a good meal. Dry tortellini, birria tortellini, perfect. Your spices, I have, I think it's basil and Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, my garlic. Then I have a can of petite diced tomatoes, a can of tomato sauce, and a quart jar of chicken broth that I've made. I've got 4 quarts of water boiling or coming to a boil on the stove, and I have my sausage and onions. I use 1 pound of breakfast sausage. I do not use the Italian sausage. I don't care for Italian sausage because there's a seasoning in it that I cannot eat. And the onion, it calls for 1 onion. I've already got an onion diced and in the Dutch oven already browning. So I will bring you guys over to the stove and let you see how this is going to go down today. Okay, here you are going to see where I have my sausage and onion already browned. What I did, I used 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter. And that has 1 onion and 1 pound of sausage. The next thing I will be doing is adding 2 cloves of garlic, minced garlic, or I just use this little spoon right here and I just put 2 spoons. So that's my minced garlic. And then I will put in a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And what this is going to do is create a thickening in there. So we are just going to stir this flour in and cook it down a little bit, because you don't want that flour flavor in there. You want to cook that down a little bit in that butter and that oil and the fat that rendered out of that sausage, which this sausage does not have a lot of fat. So, but we're going to cook that just for a few minutes. We will add I use chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth if you'd like to do that, but I have chicken broth on hand because that is what I make, is chicken broth. And when I make my broth, it only really has like salt and pepper, onion, thyme. That's all it has is really spices. There's no vegetables added to it. So what I'm doing here is I'm scraping the bottom of the pan to get the good bits off of it. Okay, so now what I can do is I'm going to add my can of diced tomatoes. Now, like I said, this is a quick and easy recipe. You can home can your diced tomatoes and your tomato sauce. I just get mine from the store. I have not made tomato sauce yet. I have a lot of tomatoes in my freezer that I need to be getting. Now, the next thing I will put in here is my dried basil. And it calls for half a teaspoon of dried basil. So once again, I'm just using that little thing there. Now I just got basil all over my stovetop. And I am putting Italian seasoning in this. It calls for 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This does not have that fennel seed in it, so I can actually eat this. And then it says season with salt and pepper. I'm just going to do 2 big pinches of salt in that. And while I'm doing that, I'm salting my pasta water, because my pasta water is just about boiling for me to put my pasta in it. Now, if you use fresh pasta, you can skip the boiling the pasta step, because I am boiling my pasta on the stove before I put it in my soup. So what I'm doing here is I'm just stirring this and blending this all together. Now I am going to taste this seasoning here. Get a spoon here and perfect. Not too salty, not too much pepper, not too much Italian. I actually may like a little more salt in it, but it's not too salty at all. It's actually very good. I have made this before with Cajun seasoning instead of Italian seasoning, and it was very good also. But I'm stirring this, and now I need to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to cut the heat up on my stove, bring this to a boil, and I will bring you right back. Our soup is boiling here, and I'm just stirring it to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Our pasta is just about ready. I put some water on the back. Okay, I'm cutting my timer off, and I am going to add my pasta to the soup. And my pasta has boiled for 10 minutes. So on the package it does state for al dente to boil it for 10 minutes. I'm removing it off the heat back there. Now this is 3 cheese pasta here. It's going to start boiling again there, but I don't have anything in it. I have that off. I'm stirring my pasta in there. Now I'm going to remove this off the heat and add some more ingredients. Now to the soup, we add half a cup of heavy cream. Now if this is a situation where you're snowed in, can't get out, you may not have heavy cream. I have used dried milk, powdered milk, to do this. I've actually used sour cream to make this as well. And along with that, I am putting, it calls for 5 cups of spinach. I just load the spinach in there. Now, I am freeze drying some spinach for the winter, just in case we have a situation where, you know, we are not able to get to the store for vegetables. I'm just going to put this down in here. And the heat from the soup will actually wilt this spinach down. It calls for 5 cups. I'm just putting everything that's in this bag because I have made this recipe already once. And I know this bag will make 2 recipes. So I just halved the bag. Now I do have some garlic toast in the oven waiting to come out. It's probably got another 5 to 8 minutes, but I'm going to put this in and stir this and give it just a little bit of time to soften that spinach leaf up, wilt it down good. And I will bring you right back as soon as I pull out the garlic toast and do a taste. And we are back with a taste test of I put this in a pasta dish because it is very thick. You could add more chicken broth or water to make it thinner. But I like it like this because I like to use my garlic toast. So you can see that. And turn that where you can see it good, guys, because this is delicious. You may notice my sound is different. My mic died. I just took it off my camera here. So, but this is the sausage tortellini soup. Let's try this. Make sure I have a piece of that spinach there. It's very hot. Still has steam coming off of it here. Delicious. Perfect. This is the perfect comfort food. Nice, warm, delicious. Yes. And as I said earlier at the beginning of the video, this is with the hashtag Souping with Friends soup recipe that I'm doing. It's my first one. So stay tuned for more. I'm going to be putting out quite a few soup recipes because I myself, I love soup. It is the perfect go-to dinner. And a lot of these ingredients, even if you're not able to get to the store, if you have some frozen spinach would have worked. If you have freeze-dried, like if you have a freeze dryer and you have some freeze-dried, that is perfect. I will be freeze drying a couple bags of spinach here in preparation for this winter because I do not grow spinach. I have yet to perfect growing greens. So, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Try this recipe out. Subscribe if you have not yet. Leave a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally, and it does help my channel grow. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.